Hello, hello, hello! Welcome to the stream. I'm Lena Theodosia, and today I am playing Ace Attorney Investigations Collection. Sorry for the late start. I forgot to set up things properly, and I had to deal with that, so that's my bad, but we're here now, so let's get to it. I had to make sure everything was doing okay. It's kind of annoying. Alright, we should be good now. Shouldn't be having problems, hopefully. It's a Monday, can you tell? Let me double check to make sure this... Okay, this is doing fine. I think I need to make myself smaller. Hold on, let me make myself smaller for this. Alright. And now we swap over this button. I almost pushed the wrong button. Okay, don't do this. And now we're... Make it not dark. Alright, into the game. So, where we last left off was... We have... Okay, so we just reorganized all of our stuff. And... we got 2 murders on our hands, which, honestly... I'm kind of surprised it doesn't happen more. Now that I'm thinking on it. I'm surprised we don't have, like, double murders more often or some more convoluted stuff. I mean, old murders get brought up, but it's usually not, like, 2 present-day ones, and I'm, like, honestly surprised that doesn't happen. I suppose 1 is usually enough. But okay, so we still have Embassy Guy, we got him dead. He had the key that turns into a knife. We got the knife. Statue. Paper document. Oh, right. This is for the smuggling ring part of all the shenaniganery. Oh, right. We got the lamp. White crystal oil, which burns green. That... Oh, we have the lamp because white crystal oil burns green. I think this ink is made from the white crystals. Yeah, special white crystal oil-based ink. So this ink will burn green too. Oh, that's gonna be important. Hello, Grandma Iris. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming. We got the other statue. Yeah, it used to be real, but has been swapped with the fake from Babahl. Yeah, it's such... Oh, right, we got misused perfume. It was left behind by Callisto U 7 years ago. Kay has been safeguarding it. Kay has been a good girl. Kay is awesome, honestly. I really like her addition as a character into the Ace Attorney universe. You're very silly, Kay. Alright, I think we have to go to the... We're on the Babahl side. I think we have to go back to the Allebahst side, so let's meander over here. Or maybe we have to investigate here. There's some nice flowers. I wonder who they're from. Gatewater Imperial Hotel. Where's this, Mr. Edgeworth? Ah, it's an ultra-luxurious hotel that sponsors the Steel Samurai series. I've been there once to investigate a case. Oh? So what kind of case was it? I believe it was related to the Nickel Samurai and the Jambi Ninja. Oh! That case! Yeah, that didn't take place there. Oh, I remember reading about that. You must be the head of the Steel Samurai affairs down at the prosecutor's office, huh? I should think that even you can figure that such an office does not exist, Kay. You would be the head of it if it did. I think it's the... Wait, oh. Wait, is this what? Is that a window? You can see the courtyard and the Allebahstian emissary through this window. Oh, it is a window. That's a thick window. Makes sense, you know. We're in an embassy. Embassy. Oh. It's really stately and pretty embassy, isn't it? Especially that chimney. Just looking at it makes me want to use it to sneak my way in. K-Doll! Kinda like how Santa does it. Hey, are you alright? What's wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm beginning to think that you may have what it takes to become a royal troublemaker. Yeah, no, okay, unlike, yeah, though unlike Larry, Kay won't follow through with that because she has more sense than the man. I think I'll be returning to the investigation in Allebahst now, but... I know, I'll go back to Babahl and do some more investigating there. I think we have to go with this. Okay, yeah, we had... This is a pretty courtyard. I thought that was a door up there for a second, but I'm like, oh no, that's just a... I want to say terrace, but that's not the right word. Trestle? It begins with a T. Maybe it's trestle? Anyway, it's a thing that you use to make it so viney plants can grow on. Whatever you call that. Oh, I see Lang's boots. Oh, maybe I need to move the chat down a bit. The dialogue's at the top again. Hello. I'm sorry, I have it like this with like boots and then just hello, because I have the dialogue box semi-transparent. Alright. I'm guessing this is Lang, but I'm not entirely sure, so I'll just read it normal with my normal voice. I see you're back, Miles Edgeworth. I said normal voice, but I just... Oh, it's Francesca. Okay, it's not Lang. Even though I can see Lang, it's not him talking. Hey, Francesca. How are things in Babahl? Although, I can't really say I expected much from Scruffy and that girl. The investigation to Maniko-chan's death hasn't really progressed any. However, the investigation into the Yatagarasu has. Ah yes, the Yatagarasu. Even now, I find it hard to believe. A person who can freely traverse between the two countries at will. Preposterous. I mean, if you're on the roof of the building, you technically can just wander back and... Let me pull this up. Oh, there is a divide even on that, but still... Okay, if Larry could climb into the chimneys, and they're that big, then yeah, you can walk over that. If you're on the roofs, you can easily go back and forth. Because if Larry could step into the chimney, and the little barrier in between the roofs is smaller than that, then yeah, either this is very poorly sized, or that's not a very big divide. I have tea, by the way. I've been taking little tea drinks. I won't pause every time I need a drink, but yeah, if you see me like an extra couple seconds behind, it's because I'm taking a sip of tea. It's warm. I want to drink it before it gets too cold. Anyway. Yeah, 2 countries. Right, that's because I got sidetracked by that. I'm also getting sidetracked by the really cool leaf fountains on the little pond there. That's cool. I like those. Alright, moving on in earnest now. Well, that's what I came here to investigate. I heard that this is where the witness claimed to have seen the Yatagarasu. That's correct. Ambassador Alba was to give a speech tonight here in Allebahst. And that's when the Yatagarasu appeared. The shadow of the mysterious thief appeared, and just as suddenly, it vanished. After that, there was the fire at the Balbanese embassy that the Yatagarasu started. I vow that not a single feather from the Yatagarasu shall escape my diligence. Investigation begin! We're in the Rose Garden. Oh! Francesca's following us! Okay, I wasn't expecting that. I'm gonna go bother Lang. Lang! I finished checking out all the bystanders. Yes, sir! We found 14 counts of pickpocketing, 16 counts of illegal parking, and 1 person ran a light, sir. Don't tell me you didn't find out anything related to the case. Sir, not a single thing, sir. Well, for now, let's just get those other lawbreakers down to the precinct. That's a lot of people. Ling has even more people. Agent Ling. Well, if it isn't Mr. Prosecutor. I would just like to thank you for your assistance earlier. Make no mistake, it's not like I was trying to help you with what I did. After I left, did you receive word from Ambassador Elba? We're trying to wrap up our bodyguard assignment at the end of today. Oddly enough, we received word from HQ to return home on an urgent matter. As if I can be so easily called away from this case after I've come this far. Oh, he's getting huffy. Wolfie's huffing and puffing. It's gonna blow down the piggy houses. Anyway. I swear that I'll find the truth. Drag it out screaming into the light. You're with me on that, right, Mr. Prosecutor? Oh, I can actually talk to him. Hi, Lang! Smirky guy, look at him smirk. Smirk, smirk, smirk. Okay. Yatagarasu's appearance. You were working as Ambassador Elba's bodyguard at the time. So naturally, you witnessed when the Yatagarasu appeared, correct? Yeah, saw the thief alright, with my own 2 eyes. Yatagarasu was always there, lurking in the shadows. But when the spotlights were turned on for Ambassador Elba's speech, a shadow appeared. Only a shadow? Anyone think a shadow play is going on? Because we can't find this person. I think trickery is going on. That's when cries of, "It's the Yatagarasu!" rang out. The next second, the spotlight went out. By the time we got the area lit again, the deft thief had vanished. When we were investigated afterwards, we found that the reason the lights went out was because someone had unplugged the extension plug for all the outdoor electronics. You put everything on one thing? I guess it's a small enough courtyard for that. Whether it was someone doing it on purpose. Simply a guest who tripped over it. We don't know. But one thing is for certain. The Yatagarasu was here. You saw a shadow. Do none of you know about... you... Did it move? It was just a still shadow. Anyway. I don't buy it. Though Kate did see somebody running away. I don't know, it just feels weird to me. This feels more, there's more to it. I mean, it's an Ace Attorney game, it is the 5th episode, of course it's not gonna be simple. That's just plain logic at this point. So you're saying that basically, all you saw was this thief's shot silhouette? Yes. Objection! If all you saw was a shadow, then it's entirely possible the shadow belonged to someone else. Yeah, Francesca. I think Edgeworth is like, this is a silhouette. There's ways a person, they can be not a person, you know? Huh, good thinking, sis. You just might be right. If it weren't for the fact that there was no one else with the same shape. Not among the staff or the audience members. There's a Yatagarasu among us. I'm being silly. My men have already done a thorough check of everyone, so I know I'm right. Oh, hello, Frug. Welcome, welcome. Someone else's shadow. That sounds like a plausible hypothesis. Nope, we can't talk to Lang anymore. We probably have to go find evidence. I just wanted to talk to him. I like Lang. Even if he is a jerk to Edgeworth, I do like Lang. There's an overturned spotlight here. When the Yatagarasu appeared, the audience that was waiting for the speech to start panicked. I suppose that's when somebody must have knocked it over. Wait! Hey, that statue! It's doing the Yatagarasu pose! I figure things out way too quickly in this game sometimes, I feel. And then I'm like 3 cross-examinations ahead of everybody. Sometimes. It feels like. And then I have to like figure out, like, wait. I need to get the people in the game to know. I think that's my one issue with the Ace Attorney series. For the, I think up until, actually I think like, till Dual Destinies and Spirit of Justice, and not in the Great Ace Attorney either, that a lot of times you can figure things out beforehand and then you spend, you're like, I figured this out an hour ago kind of moment. And I know other people have the same problem with the earlier games as well, but you don't really, they don't really have that. They straight up will not let you look at things or investigate, so you can't figure out beforehand. Which, yeah, I mean, it makes it kind of unfair once you know, like, replaying it. But at the same time, it works out better, because you're not sitting there for, again, like 2 or 3 cross-examinations going, I already know what happened! So, I mean, like, pick your fights, I guess. Anyway, where are we? I'm having a tough time visualizing the mass confusion that took place here. I thought to use my whip to capture the Yatagarasu. However, there were people in my way, and I was unable to land even a single lash. I suppose this means that some other poor saps were hit instead. Knowing Francesca? Probably. The statue is suspicious. The statue bears a resemblance to the Primidux statue. Black says King Primidux and the battlefield. In order to save the queen, King Primidux put his life on the line and went to war. So Primidux was actually a person of royal blood. I thought he was simply someone imitating a character from an ancient legend. Well, what surprises me is that a real person who looked like the Steel Samurai existed. I suppose there's that too. Wait, can I? Oh, okay, no. Oh, hi! I was not prepared for Edgeworth to kneel down. He's just like, all of a sudden, he's up and then he's like down like he got kicked in the shin that one time. Some beautiful roses here. They appear to be well maintained. You're being too nice, smiles Edgeworth. The arrangement is devoid of any design sense. Roses only truly shine when they are grouped by color. One color per location. They lose their beauty when they're all mixed together like this. I can't tell if she's being sarcastic or not. On second thought, there's a rather serious look on her face. I better leave it. I should really rethink the proper balance of these roses. Of all the people to comment on the proper balance of things... Edgeworth is consistent. Okay, I need to move chat again. Oops, it's clipping a bit. I'll fix that in a second. Okay. Can I investigate the roses behind this dude? Okay, no. We're good. Alright. I'm gonna move chat down a little bit. It's not clipping to the top. That will drive somebody nuts, so I'll save them the pain. It's a stool. That's not a chair. It doesn't have a back. Chairs have backs. Stools don't. That's a stool. Anyway, semantics. I suppose Ambassador Allebahst sat in this chair. Ambassador Allebahst is very elderly. The chair was prepared for him should he have gotten tired during his speech. In that case, why didn't he plan to make a speech sitting down in the first place? The ambassador is also quite prideful, that's why. He sounds like my old principal from grade school, who would speak at assemblies. So this is where Ambassador Elba was to give his speech. The stage was set up nicely. However, where was the audience supposed to sit? Perhaps they were supposed to sit around the edge of the pool. That's such poor planning. If there was no place other than a spot or two by the pool, they really should have made seating arrangements, like how the gallery is set up in court. Indeed, you can sense that consideration for the viewers was taken with those. So in the end, the speaker and his audience were to stand the whole time, huh? Yes, although I suspect the audience would have liked to sit down after a while. Can I go up here? No, I can't. Investigate the pond. There are roses scattered on the surface of the water, creating a pleasant fragrance. Oh, there's smelly roses? That's so rare. Usually you just get the ones that look pretty and just kind of smell like a plant. They don't really have any floral scent to them. Of course, the one time I do smell roses, it's like a bazillion roses, and it was a very strong scent. I was like, that's too strong. Those did smell nice, it was just too strong. There's a lot of roses. Yeah, the more... I think they just say antique. Antique roses actually have a smell to them. So yeah, if you want your roses to have a stronger scent, look for antique roses. Anyway, moving on. It's not just for aesthetics. This pool's water is also used in putting out fires. I see. Oh. The pool stopped filling itself automatically. The fountain spouts are set to stay open until the pool's water reaches a certain level. If this water is used to put out fires, I suppose it must be refilled to its normal level, which suggests that this pool was recently used somehow in this emissary. I guess I'll take some notes about it just in case. How to refill the water when the water level is too low. Ah! Larry! Larry just popped out of the pond. Oh, why is there jump scares in my not a horror game? I'm upset. Mute! Ah! How dare you surprise me like that? I am sorry. Oh, hey, Edgy. Thanks for what you did back there. Your gratitude alone is enough. More importantly, Larry, this pool is not for your personal enjoyment. I know that. You really think that I'm the type to just jump into a pool and swim around for fun? A lot of people are? That's actually not that abnormal. People have pools for that reason. Is that Danny Antique Rose? He looks like he smells nice. What? What kind of comment is that? I mean, I'm laughing, but still. I don't know what he smells like. He's a video game character. He uses fountain pens, so maybe he smells like ink sometimes. Anyway, because we found that out when he got some of the Balbanese ink. Okay. Alright then. Did you by chance fall into the pool? Nice guess, but no dice. So you know my son, right, Edgy? Your son? I guess I kinda lost sight of him when I shook hands with the ambassador. And I'm pretty sure he was around here when I last saw him! You imbecile! How can you be so flippant at a time like this? What are you going to do if your son fell into the pool? And how old is this child of yours anyway? How old is he again?
Hold it!
Larry, this is the first I've heard of a son. Who exactly is the mother? Mother? Oh, that chick. The Pink Princess. The Pink Princess?
Hold it!
Miss Von Karma. I was a bit confused by this man's words for a bit there. However, I believe what he's looking for is the doll of the Iron Infant. Yep, because I'm the Steel Samurai through and through, heart and soul. And the Iron Infant's my cute little son. You're gonna get smacked again. No, she actually didn't smack Larry. I'm amazed. I'm impressed, Francis. God, that was a moment you... I thought for sure he would get smacked. You have given a whole new meaning to the phrase, an astounding fool. She's none too pleased about that. I wouldn't be either, to be honest. But honestly, when he's like, I'm looking for my kid, I'm like, he's meaning the doll. I did not forget about the doll, and I know how Larry works. Well, I just realized there's a green petal on the wall. There's green flowers around here? I mean, usually, that's not total. There are green flowers. I mean, usually I think the ones we see are dyed to be green, but I think there are a couple of plants that have green flowers. Anyway. Me. Larry, we have not seen hide nor hair of the Iron Infant. Rest assured that if we should find him, we'll let you know. Now, get out of there. Sounds good! In that case, I'll go search over there! He just... dove back in. Larry's an odd dude. He's... not ill-meaning. I don't know if I would use the word totally harmless, but aside of, like, hurting somebody, he is harmless. He's such an odd man. I love it when Larry's involved in cases. Hey, wait. Well, it's not as if he'll get very far swimming around in that pool. And though he's unrelated to the murders, he sure knows how to cause a lot of trouble. Larry, it would appear that this pool serves its function tonight as an emergency water reservoir. The pool even refills itself to the present water level. And when the planets align, a Steel Samurai appears from its depths. Is he gonna come back up? I don't think he is. Okay, moving on. Okay, no, this looks like it's different dialogue than the last roses, but I need to move down chat so I can read it. Is it possible that the Yatsugarasu hid in these bushes? Of course not! They're rose bushes. You've been spending so much time with Scruffy and that girl, they're rubbing off on you. But it's alright, I'll wake you up out of your stupor. She smacked him. Now, the next time you feel like sleep-talking, remember that I'll whip you for real. All I tried to do was offer up a possibility, and this is what I get. They do have thorns on them. There are thornless rose bushes. Okay, can't. The light's already been... Can I get the... Okay, get the statue. A statue of a woman. I wonder if the lady is pouring water. It says that it's the statue of the queen who spoke of love to the keen preemie ducks. Well, Miles Edgeworth, it seems you are lousy at reading a woman's heart. I opened my mouth about a statue and she somehow made the leap to that. The suddenly appearing and disappearing shadow of the Yatsugarasu. I believe I figured out its true origin. I expected no less from my subordinate. Now let's hear what you know on the subject. What really cast the shadow of the Yatagarasu? The statue!
Take that!
The sudden appearance and disappearance of the sudden appearing and disappearing of the shadow of the Yatagarasu. Is it not possible that it was created by this statue?
Objection!
Are you playing me for a fool, Miles Edgeworth? The statue bears absolutely no resemblance to the shadow of the Yatagarasu. It has the same pose though, put a cape on it. It'll look the same. You are correct. However, the statue is but one part of the whole picture. What do you mean by only one part? What is the other part to the real form of the Yatagarasu's shadow? I don't know. It's not the bushes? Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Apparently the final dialogue is Edgeworth saying he's testing Francesca, and Francesca getting upset because they don't have time for this. Other part of the real shit. Oh, I can move. Well, I can move back and forth. I don't see how it could be the other part, though. I think you put a sheet or something over it. I mean, it's not like it's going to be that. Do I? Maybe it's just the lights? One of the lights? Okay. I'm very confused. Actually, I should save, because if I mess up... Oh, I can't save. Oh, that sucks. If I mess up enough... Oh, it's gonna be bad. Is it the light?
Take that!
Okay. So maybe it is lights. Alright. I'm like, I was thinking it was another item, but no, it's just the lights casting the shadow. Francesca, if you could take a look at this, don't you find it to be a bit suspicious? Not at all. As I thought. Oh, no, this failed. Did they use the roses? I can't even go down to the roses. Oh, hello! Cat streams. Welcome, welcome. Did they move the statue? Actually, it kind of looks like the statue might have been moved. I don't know what it's supposed to get. I am thoroughly confused as to what I'm supposed to do here. Do you want the pond? I mean, I know the statue was part of it, but I'm like, oh, we need to go figure out the other half. And now it's like, no, figure it out now. I'm like, what do you mean now? Okay, I guess I'll try. Is it somehow the other statue? I don't think so, but it's like the only thing other thing we looked at besides the pond.
Take that!
It's another statue. The Yatakarashu's shadow was made from... Oh, it was overlapping the shadows. That's what they're getting at. Oh, I see now. Okay. I understand what's going on now. I got it. The Yatagarasu's shadow was made from the shadows of these two statues. Made? What do you mean by that? Right now, the spotlights are all over the place. This is because they were moved when the guests were in a panicked state. However, if we were to restore the lights to where they were when the thief appeared, you believe that the two shadows will create the Yatagarasu's shadow. Precisely. Why didn't they use silhouette instead of going shadow? Alright. Now then, watch as I reveal the true form of the Yatagarasu. First, if we set up a spotlight to cast a shadow on King Primidux in the battlefield. Oh, that looks kinda cool. The shadow of the king's statue would appear on the backdrop of the stage. How is it getting the other line? Whatever. Likewise, if we set up a light on the queen who spoke of love to the king, Primidux, the silhouette would also appear on the backdrop to the stage. Aha! So if we were to combine the two statues, it looks nothing like the Yatagarasu's shadow. Miles Edgeworth, how do you explain this grotesque shape? Calm down, Francesca. Why the light needs to be shown on the queen's statue is wrong. What do you mean by that? It needs to be shown only on her hand. I believe that the whole of the king's shadow needs to be used for this to work. However, in the case of the queen, I don't believe her whole shadow is needed. Rather, the person who created the shadow only used one part of her statue. Only one part. Yes, and that one part alone is enough to fill in the rest of the Yatagarasu's shadow. Why didn't you say that in the first place? You're right. I apologize. Now what part of the queen's statue was used to complete the Yatagarasu's shadow? Hand! So I understand what's going on now.
Take that!
Think back to what is missing in our shadow. 5 long, thin areas, correct? Now, what does that remind you of? Ah! That's right. It can only be the shadow of the queen's left hand. Not gonna lie, this is actually a really nice statue. I almost said shadow. Statue. Francesca, can we please adjust the spotlight's position so that it only shines on the queen's left hand? Alright, let's give it a try and see what we get. Bam! We got it. I can also move this up. Oh, hey Link! That's right, you're still here. He just watched these two mess around with the shadows. It's like, probably like, what are they doing? It's... Yeah, this is exactly like the shadow I saw. The culprit must have changed the spotlight's positioning beforehand. And then pulled the plug after people saw what the culprit wanted them to see. In their panic, the guests must have moved the spotlights around, which we can assume was also part of the culprit's plan. By the time the lights came back on, the Yatagarasu's shadow had vanished. Which means that the shadow was a construct from the very beginning. So you see, the Yatagarasu never did visit Allebahst tonight. The only country the thief visited was Babahl, although it can be assumed that the Yatagarasu had an accomplice in Allebahst. An accomplice? But who? I haven't figured that out yet, but I assume it was the person who set up the shadow show. I sense the biggest clue yet to solving this case is the existence of this accomplice. Complete investigation. I get healed up. okay, somebody else is coming. How's the investigation going? Oh, it's Detective Bad! Detective Bad, you come to join us in investigating the Yatagarasu. I've left the murder in Lang's charge. And my only target from the very beginning is the Yatagarasu. So yes. So, what have you found out? I got a piece of evidence. May I see it? Sure. But you might regret it. We're here because we are ready to face whatever may come. So if you please. When people heard the commotion, bystanders started gathering. And one woman claimed, I'm telling you, I'm a genuine international journalist. It's a lot of heart! Ah, that's a lot of heart. That is absolutely 100% a lot of heart. She's a bit of a handful, but I always like it when she comes over. She always helps overall. It's like, yes. She's also definitely, she wants the truth to come out, even if it's not, against what she hopes she can get as a scoop, but she does ultimately want the truth to come out. I like her. She starts off as, like, an occult journalist, but she, like, slowly more and more becomes, she's like, I'm just here to go find the bad guys and expose them, and I'm like, I appreciate her so much. Anyway. She gave me an interesting picture. A journalist. Well, actually, she's a freelance cameraman. Gonna be camera woman. This is the photo I got from her. Oh. That's weird. What in the world? The Yatagarasu is flying through the air? Is that really a person? I can't really tell what that is. I don't think it's necessarily the Yatagarasu. It just looks like a squiggly shape. It looks more like a wilted flower, if you ask me. Or like an ember close to the camera or something. Also, where the heck is she? She's above the courtyard. Is she standing on the divide? No, she's looking out she's gotta be looking out a window. Where was she when she took this? She's clearly high up. She was not in the courtyard. The times, they are a-changing. It's not just man, but evidence. Even they lie to us now. But when was this photo taken? Apparently, right after the fires, on the 4th and 5th floors, were put out. Looks like a beta fish. Ah, yeah, I see that too. It's a fishy fish. I'm like, it's a Yatagarasu. I'm like, I thought it looked like a wilted flower. Now we got a beta fish. How did they get Yatagarasu out of this? It's not even spiky like the Yatagarasu's cave. It was taken from a nearby building that you can see the emissary from. Oh, that's where she was. Okay, cool. I see. So this was taken after the fire. Taken from a building nearby at the moment of border crossing during the fire. The blur in this picture took off from the Balbanese emissary, flew over the boundary, and headed for the emissary of Allebahst.
Objection!
This is simply not possible. People are incapable of flight. Is it a zip line? If it went from one building to another, it could be a zip line. There's like, magicians use a bunch of barely perceived zip lines, folks. Y'all need... I read Detective Conan. I know Kaito Kid. I know if the Phantom Ninja does magic all the time and does trickery like this. My immediate thought is, It's a line. They can make really sturdy, thin lines you can't really get in photos and stuff like this. Okay. Did I read this? I'm gonna read it again, because I don't remember if I did or not. This is simply not possible. People are incapable of flight. Yes. Actually, Kaito Kid did a trick with that. He was walking on a tightrope. He literally did a trick using this kind, like a zipline tightrope kind of thing. That's probably why it immediately came into mind. I'm like, Kaito Kid! I like Phantom Thieves, if you couldn't tell. The good ones, at least. Like the more Robin Hood-esque Phantom Thieves. Anyway, moving on. Is that a fact? I've had the pleasure of dealing with a case involving a flying person once. Oh, Max Galactica? Yeah, I remember that. Big, Turnabout Big Top? Yeah, Turnabout Big Top. Mm-hmm. I can't tell if that man is a jerk or a sweetheart even today. I can't tell if I like him or dislike him. Maybe it's a bit of both. It's magician. There's a trick going on. Actually, come to think of it, I've come across a case like that as well. 2, actually. I don't remember enough about Francesca's cases to guess what that one is. What those are. Maybe it happens more often than we think. Francesca looks so... She regularly looks cranky. She's very intense. Though when she's on your side, she's great to have around. I love it when Francesca's on helping us, because she figures out things, and she also takes up with nobody's crap. It's great. Am I up to the task of solving the mystery behind this photograph? Well, the Yatagarasu took off from the Balbanese embassy, so I should start from there. Do we get investigate the fireplace? Because there's a trick fireplace in the Allebahst side, and the building is really symmetrical, so there should be a trick fireplace on the other side too. At least if I'm able to, it's immediately the first place I'm gonna look. Francesca, I need to return to the Babahl investigation for a bit. Alright. Oop. Yeah, like still- oh, Francesca still falls. I'll continue investigating on this side of the building. Alright, I'm counting on you. Okay! Welcome back, Mr. Edgeworth. Now come on, let's get back to our investigation. Shouldn't you be elsewhere? You've just been here the whole time. Yes, let's. Alright. What is that? I don't think this is... It's just Steel Samurai stuff. Okay. Kay wants to take one of the videotapes of the Steel Samurai that's in here. Okay. Want to investigate this again? It would appear that the stage is also scheduled to be renovated. You know, I would love to perform on a stage like this. Something like the Great Thief Show. I think we've gotten this before. Last time. Do you think that it would be a bad idea for a thief to show their face to the world? Can I just investigate everything again? Kay is a moot. She is. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I forgot. The boundary for crossing over is not just like at the edge of the screen. It is quite... It's a little ways into the screen. Is any of this new dialogue? I don't... Yeah. Wait, what did I... This is different, actually. This first bit is the same. Smell of... okay. The only scent you should be detected in a place like this is the smell of sweat. Smell of sweat? That's Gummy's coat, isn't it? I think you might mean mistaken. Besides, that was a bit rude, wasn't it? Was not! I was trying to say Gummy is a really hard worker. The fact that you took my sentence completely the wrong way makes you look rude. Me, rude. Perish the thought. You are rude sometimes, Mr. Edgeworth. A variety of tools are laid out here. I assume they're for the renovation work. Hey, it's a wheelbarrow. Hey, it's a wheelbarrow. I mean wheelbarrow. But it makes so much more sense my way. Ancient people probably wheeled barrels, right? I highly doubt that's where the word came from. Just let me have one for once, okay? You're so silly. I'll investigate later. Let's go up. Yep, here we go. Almost done with my tea. Ha! No more tea. Okay, it is 10:37 p.m. Wow, it's late! What the heck? Is that part of a fan? I think it's part of a fan. I'm just looking at the floor and I'm like, wait, why is there a rod sticking out one of those wood-looking things? It's probably part of the fan blade. I think there is a fan on top of it. Ooh, it looks like I might be able to go to the fireplace. Okay. To think, after all that running around, we're right back where we started. It would appear that way. Hi, Mr. Edgeworth. Hi, Polano. Polano. Polano? Polano? Wouldn't it be Polano? Because there's an E? I think it's Polano. Anyway. Have you found Manny's killer yet? I'm terribly sorry, Ambassador Polano, but I've yet to find his killer. And I guess his murder really was... Oh. And I guess his murder really was the work of the Yatagarasu. Let's get one thing straight. It was the work of the fake Yatagarasu. Real Yatagarasu is a noble vigilante who was only out to steal the truth. Miss Faraday, please don't make such a sad face. If there's anything I can do for you, all you have to do is ask, alright? Mr. Polano? Actually, there is one thing you can do. Will you allow us to take a look around? We didn't have enough time to conduct a thorough investigation earlier. Oh, sure. Please feel free to investigate to your heart's content. Also, there are a few questions I'd like to ask you personally, Ambassador. If it will bring a smile back to Miss Faraday's face, then I'll gladly answer anything. Thank you, Mr. Polano. You're a total gentleman. Ahaha! You don't have to waste such nice words on me, little miss. Hey, Sir Polano. Those two sure got chummy awfully quickly. You know, it's easy to say we're going to investigate, but where should we begin? We should probably start by comparing the statue of this room before and after the fire. And then we should look into the matter of the suspicious person you spotted. Yeah, when I came into this room, that person was already gone. But I'm willing to bet that person I was chasing is Mr. Kuchen's killer. I don't know that yet. However, it's hard to believe that person is unrelated. Furthermore, because the key the Yatagarasu stole 7 years ago was found here, it signals that perhaps Miss Yu is also somehow involved. Did she steal the key back for Manny? Is that whole case from, what was it, 7 years ago? Wait, we have the perfume, I can check. Was it 7 years ago? Yeah, 7 years ago. Was it just to get the key back for the safe? I knew it! That woman is almost definitely Mr. Kuchen's killer. Yet again, we don't know that. There are too many mysteries to be solved here. Speaking of the Yatagarasu and mysteries, I received a most mysterious photo from Detective Bad. Uncle Bad? He's taking part in the investigation too? Yes. He has been chasing after the Yachigarasu for all these years. Don't go bad. Now then, I was told this photo was taken just after the fire. What? This kind of looks like a person in a long coat. In the long coat I was chasing. Does it? Does this mean that I was chasing the fake Yachigarasu after all? I don't know the answer to your question, but I don't think people can fly either. But this could be how the person escaped! We'll need to investigate a bit more before we can say anything about that. In any case, let's not dawdle anymore and pick up our investigation where we left off. Go! Okay, let's look at the stat. Oh, okay, yeah, it is fan blades. Starters. Yeah, we can go through. Why is the floor wet? Wait, fire, duh. It's wet because fire. They put out the fire. Okay, statue. So this is the real Primidok statue. This is really valuable, right? That's what they say. Okay, no.
Hold it!
Okay, you're not seriously considering the theft of the statue, are you? No way, Mr. Edgeworth. I wasn't thinking about anything like that. I was just calculating in my head how much the statue is worth. That sounds mighty suspicious to me. Okay, we can't look at that anymore. I want to investigate the fireplace. Fireplace, huh? So Babahl's offices have them too. Two? There's a fireplace in relatively the same location in the Allebahstian office. However, we found something there that I rather not recall ever again. I still can't believe that we found that lady's undershirt in the fireplace. If it was that traumatizing, why don't you try creating new memories with this fireplace? You could climb inside and we can play hide and seek. You come out covered in soot. I think not. Ah, you really have no sense of fun, Mr. Edgeworth. No, look at the fireplace. Well, it's not marked like the other one was. You could see the marks. Can we investigate the desk? Oh, yes, we can. It appears that this area was heavily damaged by the fire. Yeah, I guess we should hurry up and get started examining everything. Okay. Investigation line. We've seen it a million times. Phone. I guess the emissary phones are just like normal phones, huh? Well, what did you imagine them to look like? I thought Babahl's would look like a flower and the receiver would be a butterfly. That way, it looked like the butterfly receiver was sucking nectar from the flower base. If any country had a flower phone, wouldn't it be Allebahst, don't you think? Oh, then maybe the phone I envisioned would have been from when they were Kodofia. There's really no point in asking me about something that never existed in the first place. You know what you lack, Mr. Edgeworth? Curiosity and an imagination. Oh boy. Well, there's ink. There's a bottle of Albanese ink on Mr. Kuchen's desk. And it looks like there's still a lot of ink left inside. The seal is unbroken, so the fire probably couldn't get into the bottle to burn up the ink. Hey, Miss Polano! Miss. Hey, Mr. Polano! It looks like your precious Balinese ink is alright after all. What? That's odd.
Hold it!
Ambassador, what do you mean by that? Well, it's just there is something strange about the ink. Do you mind elaborating on that statement for me, please? Okay, that's later. I still want to investigate the desk. It's like, go talk to Polano. I'm like, no, desk. Looks like a bunch of flyers with coupons attached to them. Babahl sure gives away a lot of different coupons. Maybe I should create one of my own. I could call it the Great Thief Coupon. What kind of discount would that net you? The 5-finger kind. What else? And I'd steal an extra thing or two for the bearer. Kay, no. I hope you're just joking around. Things such as the truth. What else would I steal? What I wouldn't give to have a mountain of your coupons right now, about now. Aww! That's kind of cute. He's like, I would like more of the truth. Okay, so we have the name plaque. Maniko-chan. His name is written here on this nameplate. Why would you put a nameplate with your name on it in your own office? I suppose it's to inform people in case they walked into the wrong room by mistake. Do you think maybe it's also there to remind you of your own name if you forget? Well, either way, it's never a bad thing to set a nameplate on one's desk. I did people do that. I don't think people really do that anymore. They put it on the door. There's usually like... I don't even know what you would call it. There's usually a little thing you can slide in paper and plates and whatnot. Anyway. Oh, that's already checked off. That must have been to do with the nameplate or the files? Let me check the chair. It looks like a very comfortable chair. Well, it doesn't look all that broken. So why don't you try sitting in it? No, I'd better not. It's very important that we preserve the crime scene at all times. Wait, but you're always touching all sorts of things at crime scenes. That's because I am a prosecutor, and it's part of my job to examine things. And it's my job to be a great thief! Which is exactly why you're not allowed to touch anything. Is there anything else? Like, rip the bit. I don't think so. Okay, let's go talk to Polano. Sir, okay. Now then, Ambassador. I'd like to ask about your movements before the fire broke out. Before the fire? Which fire are you talking about? Which one? There was more than one tonight. Huh? Oh, I see. I guess you didn't hear about it. We had 2 fires here at the Balbanese Embassy tonight. What a bother all that was. Wait, but the only fire we know about is the one after the Jammy Ninjas show. Oh, well, the first occurred at the start of the Jammy Ninjas show. Luckily, only the 4th and 5th floors of our embassy caught on fire. Not wanting to cause a panic among the theater-goers, we decided to keep it internal. And the fire after the Jammy Ninja show was the second one of the night. Exactly! So the fire I witnessed was the second one. Come to think of it, didn't Detective Bad make a reference to the first fire? When was this photo taken? Apparently, right after the fires on the 4th and 5th floors were put out. I suppose this means that the photo was taken just after the first fire was put out. Oh. That's... This doesn't have to do with what Kay saw, because she saw that during the second fire. Pennies of the Holy Cup. It took me a second to figure out what you're meaning. Yeah, that's Detective Bad for you. So then, what was the extent of the damage in the second fire? The second fire was contained to this floor, the 3rd floor. I think it was leftover embers from the fire on the floors above that... on the floors above it that caused it. That's... how should I put this? A very bad stroke of luck. My office on the 5th floor, Manny's office here, and Manny himself, all gone in the blink of an eye. Yikes. I feel so sorry for you, Miss Polano. Mr. I keep saying Miss. I don't even know why. Why do I keep reading Mr. as Miss today? I'm just confused. I've not had that problem before. I am now. Oops, look at me going on and on. Now then, what was it you wanted to ask again? We were discussing what your actions... We were discussing what your actions and whereabouts for today were. And if you happen to know what Mr. Kochen's actions and whereabouts were as well. Yes, very well. Let's see. I've been quite busy all day, from morning until now. First I woke up, and then I brushed my teeth. After that I had a roll for breakfast.
Hold it!
Fascinating. How about if you just skip to the relevant parts for me? Oh, you'd like a condensed version. Alright, I can do that for you. Lano. Oh my gosh, he's so silly. So what did Mr. Kochen and you do this morning? Well, originally, we were supposed to meet and shake hands with the Jammy Ninja. But Manny and I wanted to turn it into a photo op, so we were here tidying up his office. Man is way too friendly. I don't think he's a bad guy, is the thing. But he is quite cheery. You helped clean Mr. Kochen's office. Why were you not cleaning your own? Oh, I think I forgot to mention this, but my office is currently undergoing renovations. Which is why both the Preemie Duck statue and the Balbanese knife set are down here. I see. Oh, but the tidying didn't take much, really. We just burned some files we no longer needed and extra coupons in the fireplace. I bet cleaning up the fireplace must have been a real pain, though, huh? Ah, about that. I kind of forgot to clean the ashes out. Haha. I guess I'm up a creek without Manny here to get angry at me.
Hold it!
An ambassador like yourself has been on the receiving end of a secretary's anger. Oh, he was very good at being very mad. But even just this morning he got mad at me. I spilled some Balbanese ink onto the back wall when I was burning the filers, you see. And he got mad at me, saying I should treat the ink with more respect. Talk about the boss getting bossed around. Spilled Albanese ink into the back wall while burning files in the fireplace. Left ashes there. Why is it so ominous that this is an important piece of evidence? Okay. That's about it for what we did this morning. Just some cleaning. Don't tell me you had no other work to do. Being an ambassador and all. Okay, afternoon activities. Now then, if you could tell me what you and Mr. Kochen did this afternoon. Well, Manny and I went down together to the Theatrum Neutralis. We had to be there for the start of the Steel Samurai stage show. After the show started, I went back to my office on the 5th floor alone. So they were together until the start of the Steel Samurai show. A little while later, after I had straightened myself up a bit, I returned to the theater. Because I was to take part in the photo op on stage at the end of the show. There was a commemorative photo op at the end. It was a fantastic photo of the three of us, Ambassador Elba, the Steel Samurai, and myself. After the photo shoot, I went back to my office on the 5th floor to prepare for my handshake photo op with the Jammy Ninja. He seems to be rather overworked for an ambassador. When I got to my office, that's when the first fire broke out and I escaped down the stairs. My office was completely destroyed, but thankfully, no one was hurt. I admit I ran away from the first fire as fast as my legs could carry me. But during the second one, I pitched in and helped the embassy staff put it out. So you didn't see Mr. Kochen again after the start of the Steel Samurai show? Yes, that's right. The next time I saw him, he was lying there in eternal sleep. I see. Ambassador Polano, I thank you very much for your help. Wait, am I keep wanting to say Miss Polano is because I'm trying to say Miss Paloma? That's the Adventure Zone Balance Arc character. That might be it? Anyway. I'm sorry, I couldn't be more of an assistance, Mr. Edgeworth. If there's anything else, please don't hesitate to ask, alright? Ink! Ink blink. I wonder if you might tell me what you noticed about Mr. Kochen's bottle of ink. I just thought it right now, but... During the second fire, Manny was worried about his office, so he came rushing back to it. I called out to him when I received no reply. I used my spare key to open the door. But when I did, I was greeted by roaring green flames. The flames were so big that I wasn't able to see into the room at all. The fire was green. What was the cause? Well, white crystal oil burns green when it's lit, as you can see by this lantern. The Babahl's ink is made from the same oil, which means it would also burn green. You know, I too had thought it was Manny's ink that had caught on fire. So that's why I was surprised to find out there was still a bottle of ink left on his desk. In the case of the perplexing green flames, talk about a mystery. What exactly was it that caught on fire in here? Well, there's a bunch of burnt stuff here. Can I look at it? Master Polano, what exactly used to be here? That used to be a stack of brand new pamphlets. But it looks like they were all burned up. I guess we'll just have to reprint them. But no matter how fast we reprint them, they always disappear so quickly. Is the Babahl's tourism industry really that hot right now? Of course! Although, recently, the most popular vacation destination has been the Republic of Burguinia. But we refuse to lose to them, so we've been hard at work promoting Babahl. Interesting. Well, I've just recently returned from a trip to Burguinia myself. Oh, and how did you like it? It was alright. Probably shouldn't bring up the fact that I was a suspect on the flight home. No, probably not. What else can I check here? Book. There's only one book left standing here. Treasures of the World. Wait, what? Let me see that. Uh-huh. I see. Ah! The most important part was blackened by the fire. Why, cruel fate, why? It looks like the map of where the treasures are located has been burned. Am I missing anything else? Can I move around? No. Do I have to logic? Look where Manny was. It appears that Mr. Kochen's body has been taken in for an autopsy. The white outline is all that is left to tell the tale of his murder. What else can I look at? Oh, what was here? This is in front of the door. Ambassador Polano, would you happen to know what these charred remains are of? I don't know actually. But I don't think there was anything there that should have been flammable. There certainly remains a mystery as to what was burned here. That's probably what the flames that Polano saw. What a knife. We still don't know where the blade of the Babahl's knife went. Could be that the killer walked away with it. Maybe. It looks like all of the souvenirs suffered some damage from the fire. I just don't believe it. Murder on top of arson? What a disgrace to the name of the Yatagarasu. The fake Yatagarasu is guilty of much more than just theft, it seems. I know, because if it were me, my first priority would have been to loot this bookshelf. But still ordinary souvenirs that you can buy virtually anywhere. You can't buy them anywhere. Each one is specific to a location. And that has its own value. And items that have memories attached to them are the most valuable of all. But could you really rob someone of their valuable memories just like that? No, because even if I take the souvenir, I can't take the owner's memories. I don't think she was thinking about that. Grandfather clock. This one resembles the one in Allebahst. Oh, that clock has been with us since back when we were still Codofia. That is one big clock. Hey, does this one have a bird that pops out like a cuckoo clock? Haha, I'm sorry, but no. Oh, but I'm sure you'll love its chime. Really? It's going to be 11 soon, so maybe I'll get to hear it then. It's at that time already. Time sure flies by when I'm involved in an investigation. Oh, it's not that late. The night's only just begun. Hey, it's not good for you to stay up late, you know. Yes, Gramps. Edgeworth dadded. Okay, can I look at the fireplace again? No? Can I look at— okay, safe. The safe wasn't open at the time of the fire. You could tell because the inside wasn't burnt, right? Yes, and thanks to the safe's fire resistance, the smuggling evidence was preserved. Aren't safes great? They always hold the wonderful promise of treasures within. Well, this one certainly did have a few inside. Okay, let's try the logic. What do we have? Protected fireplace renovations. Oh, that's just off. Oh, that's on the other side. I don't think those two connect. I'm trying to think about it. I'm like, Do I need to check the window? You can see the Alabahstian emissary through this window. So, where were you when you were investigating over there, Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, you can see it from here. I was there, on the 5th floor. That's where Dagger II was killed. What? You don't mean the Dagger II? Aw, poor guy. As a fellow second-generation thief, I can't just turn a blind eye to this. Even though Dagger II was merely an imposter of the original. I still examined the desk. What am I missing? Is it behind me? Let me check. No. Okay, what am I missing? Things there. It's not turning yellow behind here. Check the name. Check that. Check the ink. Check this. I can't use present. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. There's an open... I just realized. There's an open drawer. That's probably what it wants me to check, huh? It would appear that this desk also fell victim to the fire. But it doesn't look too damaged. Oh, I think we can rifle through this drawer a bit. I suppose we really should take a look. Hey! This is a rather unusual shape for a notepad. I suppose this must be another souvenir from somewhere. Wait, is it a canyon? Or like a rock formation? Okay, well, I know what to deduce. Yes, this.
Eureka!
The shape of this notepad matches the shape of this note we found. Hey, you're right! What is it? It looks like something straight out of Monument Valley. Ah, yes. That notepad is a souvenir from somewhere in your country. We've been collecting them for the purpose of studying them, you see. Yes, I do. You do seem to be quite passionate about it. Oh, would you like to see my souvenir collection? I'd love to show it to you. Are you sure they haven't been burnt to a crisp by the fires? Ambassador Palano. I wonder if you might recognize the handwriting on this note. This looks like Manny's handwriting. I see. In that case... Oh, did you figure something out? This note was found in Allebahst. Specifically, it was found being firmly grasped by the murdered Ablaze II. Ablaze II? Then this note? Yes, it was requested from it was a request from Mr. Kochan for Ablaze II to steal the Prima Duck statue. What? Manny tried to steal Allebahst's Prima Duck statue? We would know for sure if we could run a handwriting analysis. Ambassador, do you have any documents that were handwritten by Mr. Kochan? Yes, I can gather a few and give them to you. I'll have to ask Detective Gumshoe later to run the analysis. I can't believe that Manny would even think of doing something like this. Do you have any idea as to why he would have requested the theft of the statue? There is one possibility, but mind you, it's just my personal speculation. Anything you can tell me would be of great help, Ambassador. I'm still not done looking at this here. What else am I missing? The pens? It seems the contents of this drawer survived the fire rather well. Now that's a sturdy desk. I guess that's the value of solid wood construction. Let's see if there's anything useful left in here, Mr. Edgeworth. Okay, now am I done? Yes, I have looked at everything. Okay. Very good. Okay, Mr. Polano. Draw for Ablaze II. I believe you said you might have had an idea as to why Mr. Kochan hired Ablaze II. Actually, I fear it may be my fault. As I was telling you earlier, we were to determine which statue was the real one as part of today's event. But because of the Yatagarasu and the fires here, that got cancelled, didn't it? Haha. I'm actually relieved the rest of the event has been cancelled. But you see, Babahl's statue, well, it's just a replica. And didn't Mr. Kochan know that about Babahl's Prima Duck statue? Of course he knew. That's why he was the only person I could consult with. We'd have to do something once our statue was revealed as a replica. As to be expected. I was very nervous today, as this would impact our country's authority. Yes, I understand. Well, when I told Manny my concerns, he said, "Let me handle it. It'll be all right. I'll find a way to make sure you're the ambassador of the reunited Godofia." At the time, I thought he was just trying to cheer me up. But when I saw that note, I realized he was serious. Mr. Kochan conducted a lot of business behind your back. I assume he did all that to ensure that you are the new Godofian ambassador. But why was he trying so hard, I wonder? He was so much better at getting things done than I ever was or will be. I don't have an answer yet as to why he was trying so hard. But I suspect he had an ulterior motive in mind, just beyond simple kindness. Ooh. Gumshoe! Oh! Here you are, Mr. Edgeworth! Detective Gumshoe, have you collected the information that I requested? Yep, got it all right here, sir. The handprint analysis? Here you go, Kay. Feel free to take a look. It's for you, after all. Oh, this gummy. It's all the information on this room that I got from the emissary and Interpol people. Now we know exactly how this room was before and after the fire. Good work, Detective. Aw, it was nothing, sir. I'm an expert at getting people to talk. Wow. You two really remind me so much of my father and Uncle Bad. What do you mean? As prosecutor and detective, your dynamic is just like theirs back in the day. Well, don't you worry. I'm going to find my own wonderful partner someday. And when I do, I'm going to become a good Yatagarasu just like my father. Alright?
Hold it!
Please don't ask me questions to which I have no answers to, Kay. However, I can say that it is truly a wonderful thing to find a partner you can trust. You bet! So what now, Mr. Edgeworth? Well, I'd like to ask you for a favor. Yes? That gadget, Mr. Thief, is it? The thing you call your secret weapon. Oh, you mean Little Thief. You're coming to rely on it, aren't you?
Hold it!
I don't need a crutch like that. I'm only asking because I need it for the investigation. From the information Detective Gumshoe gathered, and the ambassador's testimony, I'd like you to please recreate this room as it was during the third floor fire. You got it. All right, here we go. Dark skies of evening, when no other bird dares take wing, one alone remains all-seeing. Now witness the true power of a real modern-day Robin Hood. She's having so much fun. Oh my gosh. It seems there are other things besides what the ambassador mentioned that have changed. It's possible that we might find the escape route the person Kay saw used as well. Oh, Polano has no idea what's going on. Oh, what is this? It's some kind of light show I was not told about. This is the power of a true vigilante. It's a recreation. Okay, try again. This is the power of a true vigilante. It's recreating the room with the info I inputted. Batman should have this. Really? That's certainly one interesting device you have there, Miss Faraday. Ahem. I believe it's about time we return to our investigation. I don't want to step in that. There's fire! What is this? This must have been the large green flames the Ambassador Polano saw. With flames like these, it's no wonder he couldn't get in. Hey, by the time you came into this room, had the fire already been put out? Yeah, the fire had died out or something by that time. And this fire in here only burned from the time the fire started on the third floor, until the Yatagarasu appeared and caused a stir in the Babahl, I suppose. I guess Mr. Polano was just lucky enough to run into this fire as it was burning, huh? Yes, you could put it that way. And since you were the first to discover the body, we could assume that no one else entered the room until that time. No one other than the person you were chasing, of course. I knew it! That person I saw was definitely up to no good. I mean, that person could even be Mr. Kochen's killer. That is very likely to be the case. After all, that person came into this room before you, and must have chosen this room precisely because they knew no one else would be in here. Okay, then maybe the green fire was where it was to prevent anyone from coming in. But then, what if that person set on fire to make the green flames? Well, whatever it is, a person burned. It made a rather sizable fire. And since the fire's green, well, we've seen something that burns green, right? It's a bit tinier than these flames, but you get what I mean. Yes, and I do believe that what you are thinking is exactly why these flames are green. A fire-related piece of evidence burns the same color as these green flames. Lantern!
Take that!
The silhouette lantern. Its green flame comes from the white crystal oil it's burning. Yeah, that's the fire I was thinking of too. I love the green it gives off. I think we've now established that the green flames were caused by witch crystal oil. Furthermore, we know that there is only one other thing made from witch crystal oil. Oh, you mean that thing Mr. Polano was mistaken about, right? Yes, precisely. As we found out earlier in our investigation. What? I don't get it. Can you fill me in, sir? Fine, I suppose. I'll explain it in a way that even you can understand. This is a thing made from witch crystal oil that the Ambassador Polano was mistaken about. Oh, the filled ink bottle.
Take that!
Lebanese ink is made from witch crystal oil. Oh! It should burn the same color as the flames in the lantern, right? Yes, precisely. However, the green flames in this room were not from a bottle of Lebanese ink. Because we found the ink Mr. Kochen used on his desk, right? Yes, however, we know that Mr. Kochen was smuggling the ink in mass quantities. Now, what do you suppose he made using all that ink? I believe what he made with that ink is the answer to what gave birth to the green flames. Oh yeah! I'm beginning to feel the energy coming from you, Mr. Edgeworth. It would appear that I finally found it. The smuggling ring's real goal. Made of Lebanese ink. This is the source of the green flames. Isn't it the currency? Counterfeit bills, made with Lebanese ink. They're in circulation in Zenfa. It's hard to tell they're fake.
Take that!
What would consume that great a volume of ink to make? That would be the counterfeit bills that the smuggling ring made and are circulating in Zenfa. You're kidding! You're saying that it was Mr. Kochen who made the counterfeit bills? I am. I believe you could even go so far as to say that he stole Babahl's printing press. Ambassador, Mr. Kochen had permission to freely use the printing press, correct? Why, yes. I do remember seeing him use it in the middle of the night. But never did I think he was using for... Okay, try again. But never did I think he was using it for such a foul deed. Ambassador, because of your secretary's crimes, you will need to be investigated as well. Yes, I suppose so. We've caused a bit of trouble for a few countries, haven't we? It's my duty to search out all who shielded Mr. Kochen and concealed his crime. They are the ones who started the fire in order to destroy the evidence. Is there a cat nearby? I thought I heard cat sounds, but no. I don't know what I'm hearing. That's a little bit concerning, but moving on. Okay, they were all burned up in Babahl. Flames still freak me out. This grandfather clock. It was apparently in a different position before the fire. According to the staff members, the clock was flush against the wall before the fire, sir. Which means that, most likely, it was moved by someone during the fire. Speaking of which, it's totally 11 o'clock now, but I don't hear any chiming. Huh? That's odd. It was still chiming right on the dot of every hour this morning. Maybe the fire damaged its internal mechanism or something. Ambassador Polano, may we take a look inside that clock? Sure, go right on ahead. Detective Gumshoe, if you could please inspect the insides of this clock. Yes, sir! I'm on it! Mr. Edgeworth, I found this inside, sir. String. Wire. It looks like a length of wire. So this is what caused the clock to stop chiming. But what was a long length of wire doing inside this clock in the first place? See, I told you, tightrope zip riding trick. I knew it. Why would someone do this to such a valuable clock? It sounds like it wasn't Mr. Polano that put the wire in there. Then perhaps it was Mr. Kuchen's killer who did. Knife. It looks like one of the Balbanese knives was already missing before the fire began. So it would seem. Especially since the other two knives' handles were burned away. Then the remaining handle was swapped out with the handle from the real murder weapon. And Babahl's national treasure was stolen. Poor Babahl, don't you think? I'm not sure I would lump the replica statue in with the rest of Babahl's woes. Silly lamp. It's the charred remains of a fallen ceiling fan. Oh, I've seen a few of these before. It's been around and around and around and play music. I believe you're thinking of a musical mobile for babies. Yes, that's it. Mobile. But they're nothing alike. They're totally alike. But spin those babies right. I'm not finishing that. It's nothing bad, but that's too embarrassing to say. I see. I guess I can see how you might think that. She made a reference to a piece of music. I'm actually not sure what that piece of music's called. I've definitely heard it before, but I'm also not going to sing a part of it because I don't want to get copyrighted. So that can happen. So Babahl is really into pushing their tourism industry, huh? Yes, it would appear that way. You know, I really love to take a trip. Hey, why don't we take one after this case? Do you already have a destination in mind? Well, ideally, I'd like to go someplace where I can continue my thief training. Well, if you want to learn the fine art of stealth, perhaps you should visit the studio where they make the Jammy Ninjas TV show. Hey, that's actually a really great idea, Mr. Edgeworth. I can't believe she took me seriously. If you'll keep her out of trouble, Edgeworth, if it keep her out of trouble. It looks like a very comfortable chair. Well, it doesn't look all that broken, so why don't you try sitting in it? No, I better not. Okay, this is the same as last time. Oop, I clicked it again. Gosh. Okay. Flag. A fireplace, huh? So Babahl's offices have them too. Okay. Now, is this the same as before? Yep. The hide and seek in the fire. No, the flag. I can investigate the safe again. The safe wasn't open at the time of the fire. Yeah, and that's the same as that. 4. Okay, well I can't investigate the flag, but I investigate the curtain. Same as before. Yeah, it looks like it's the same dialogue as before. Okay. Can I talk to Polano? No, he looks like... Yeah, we don't... I could show him things. What do I have? That's a wire. Fires in Babahl. 2 fires broke out in Babahl today. Do we have logic? No, we still only have these 2. I guess I'll double check to make sure these don't cross, because we had them for a bit now. These aren't gonna connect. No. Okay. Just making sure. Am I missing anything? I found the wire. Can I feel that's Polano? Can I ask him more about it, maybe? Ambassador Polano, I was wondering if you might have some thoughts on this. No. He isn't. Hmm. Talk to Gumshoe? No. Okay, yes, I can talk to Gumshoe. Probably what I need to do. Detective, you took part in the initial Babahl investigation, correct? Yep, sure did. I also helped out put both fires, sir. But that first fire took me by surprise. I had a tough time escaping the 5th floor. First I tried the elevator, but I guess someone else had the same idea because it was in use. If I hadn't remembered to use the stairs at that point, I'd been burnt to a crisp. Wait, that's odd. We always warn our staff that in case of a fire, it's dangerous to use the elevator. Oh? Maybe someone wrote it in a fit of panic. Detective, did you see the Yatagarasu that came into the Balbanese embassy at all? I didn't personally. And the other staff members told me they never got a good look at the person either, sir. I wonder if you could tell me a bit more about what you discovered, Detective. Okay, during the fire. The second fire broke out around the time the Yatagarasu was spotted in Allebahst. That's also when a suspicious person was spotted in Babahl, which caused some panic.
Hold it!
So no one was able to get a good look at this Yatagarasu that entered Babahl. Yeah, all they saw was a mysterious person wearing a long coat. That's not enough to make a positive ID, you know. Still, it was enough to make the people who received the calling card panic even more. A person in a long coat. Sounds like the exact same person I saw. The Yatagarasu that appeared in Allebahst was proven to be just a fabrication, a shadow. In light of that fact, the Yatagarasu that appeared in Babahl is also suspect. You can't be serious! Not when we're this close to capturing the fake. I mean, Callisto you! So the Yatagarasu appeared, caused mass confusion, killed Mr. Kuchen, then disappeared. Okay, what you saw. By the way, Detective, why did you not chase after the Yatagarasu? I did! But, well, this embassy is huge, sir. I got separated from the other staff members I was with, and was lost for a while there.
Hold it!
You didn't even memorize the layout of the building you were to guard, Detective. I'll be sure to do that from now on, sir. But you know, it was thanks to me being lost that I was able to come to Kay's rescue. Oh, is that a fact? Yeah. It was when I was lost and wandering around in the 3rd floor hallway, sir. When I heard a scream, I headed towards it right away. Oh, that's probably from when I found Mr. Ko-chan's body. Yeah, I thought it sounded like her, so I got real worried and ran as fast as I could. And it was thanks to Gummy that Miss Shina wasn't able to take me away. He covered for me until you got there, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, I see. So he can be useful once in a blue moon. Still, it's too bad that Ancient Shina got here before I did. I wonder where Agent Shina was before you found her here. Well, just before I got to this room, I saw her coming out of the room next door. Ooh! There's gotta be a secret tunnel. Secret way in the fireplace. That is suspicious. We need to prove this thing. Check the fireplace. I want to shake Edgeworth. I'm just like, no, there's gotta be a hidden trap in the fireplace too. Agent Shina is suspicious. She might be the person Kay was going after. Agent Shina mentioned something about chasing the Yatagarasu herself earlier. Well, she apparently helped in putting out the first fire. Then during the second fire, I heard she was busy chasing the Yatagarasu. She seems to be a very dedicated agent. You would do well to learn from her. Are you pointing at me when you say that, sir? I've examined everything in this office, but there's one thing that bothers me. Perhaps I should ask Ambassador Polano about it. Ambassador Polano, there is something that I'd like to ask you about. Yes. And she trusts Gumshoe to get his job. Sometimes his bumbling lets it be able to find out who the murderer is, because he's not where people expect him to be. I'm just like, seriously, just let Gumshoe be Gumshoe. No one can predict him. That means the murderers have a bad time of, you know, covering up their murder. Let Gummy be Gummy. About this office, it appears to me to be very similar to Ambassador Alba's office. For example, the location of the fireplace and the position of the grandfather clock. Ah, that's right. You also paid a visit to the Allebahstian side of the embassy. Our two embassies actually used to be one. Yes, I know. Even the pamphlet mentioned that. Which is why the building is bilaterally symmetrical. That's not a thing you say very often. So no matter which room, the location of the fireplace and the like are exactly the same. Even where the art is located is the same. As my room is currently under renovation, we work hard to make Manny's room look like the ambassador's office. You mean for your handshake photo op with the Jammy Ninja? Yes, that's right. I mean, what's a photo like that worth? This is not taken in the ambassador's office, right? But another odd expression of Babahl's obsessively competitive spirit with the Allebahst, I take it. Thank you, Ambassador. That piece of information is all I needed to connect the dots. Connect what dots? Well, anyway, I'm glad I was able to be of some help. He's such a silly guy. Okay. Connect with fireplaces. I think it's these two first. Yeah, Ambassador Alba's office fireplace. Connected to the neighbor room's fireplace. And bilateral cemetery. Because this used to be one embassy, the offices on the two sides are symmetrical. Well, maybe not. Oh, no, we'll try this first. Okay, good, that did work. Allebahstian and Balbanese sides of the building are symmetrical to each other. As we know that to be a fact, then this room's fireplace may also hide a secret passageway. A secret passageway? In Allebahst, the fire turned out to have a revolving back wall. A revolving wall? It sounds like something out of a ninja house. Wow, there was a trick like that built into the fireplace, sir? What? This embassy holds that kind of secret? There seems to be a lot about this room that you don't know about, Ambassador. I guess it's time to pay the bill for letting Manny do so much work for me. Please, I really want to know about the real Manny and what you know about this room. What are you waiting for, Mr. Edgeworth? Let's get to the bottom of this. Agreed. And my first thought is that it's likely the killer used the revolving fireplace. It looks like just another fireplace, though, doesn't it? So how do you turn it again? In Allebahst, I had to push where the X was on the far wall of the fireplace. Oh, I see an X back there, sir. Let's see what happens when I push it. Ah, you scared me, sir! There is something about this fireplace that lies in contradiction to the facts. Huh? But we found an X where you thought there'd be one, right? We did. But that's not what I was referring to. Something is missing from this scene. What does this contradiction mean for us? Spill Benny's ink into the back wall while burning fires in the fireplace. Left ashes there. Wait. Do I want to be on here? Starter wood. That's odd. Doesn't match up with Mr. Polano said earlier. Yeah, okay. I think I need to do a deduct first on this. Ambassador Polano, you said that you burned some old files in this fireplace today, correct? Yes, I burned quite a few files this morning, actually. And after you did, you forgot to clean out the ashes from the fireplace, correct? That's right. But why are you asking? And why are you making such a scary face? I'm sorry. I admit that I am a bit intimidating when I'm serious. In any case, take a good look at this fireplace and tell me what you find odd about it. Let's see. Huh? Where did all the ashes go? What's the meaning of this, Mr. Edgeworth? You don't really think that Ambassador Polano is lying, do you? No, there's no reason for him to lie. And I don't believe his testimony is wrong either. It is the fireplace that is causing the contradiction. Okay, I wonder if you might update the fireplace data for me. You got it! I'll add in the ashes from the burnt filers, and... Sounds like we've pretty much figured everything out now, huh? Well, it was nothing. All I did was follow where our leads led us. Oh, I sense it coming on. You're about to dazzle us again, right? Oh, you mean that? Well, it's what Mr. Edgeworth is known for, you know. There is really no need for you to dance around the name of what I'm about to do. Logic! Performing fireplaces. The possible somebody are all in five. Examine it more. But we got the ashes, so it was used. The reason as to why the ashes are missing is simple. It's not because somebody cleaned them up, right? No, because even if somebody did sweep them up, the fireplace is too clean for that. Ambassador Polano said that he spilled some Balinese ink while he was burning the files. And yet, there's not a trace of the spilled ink on the back wall anywhere. Well then, I don't know what happened. Well, I'll tell you what happened. The two sides were switched. By using the revolving fireplace wall, the ashes moved into the neighboring room. Which means that this is a clear indication that the fireplace was used. Then you mean the person I was chasing disappeared from this room through there? Yes. I believe the person you were in pursuit of is Mr. Kuchen's killer. And after committing the murder, escaped through the fireplace. Wow, Mr. Edgeworth! You figured out the killer's escape route! I have. This is the only beginning. Now we have to chase the killer down. Escape through the revolving fireplace in Shina's location. She's evil! If the killer used the fireplace in this room to escape into the next, then it's only logical for us to talk with the person who was in the neighboring room. Well, the person that was in the next room was... Oh! It was that person, sir! Yes, Detective. Agent Shina. Investigation complete! You're gonna let me have a moment? Yep. Sure does look like it's more and more like Shina is the killer. Though, that is going to have to be it for today. It is about time I wrap things up. But we got to investigate. There's suspicious things going down. We're gonna have to... It looks like we're gonna might be figuring out Manny Kochen's death next stream. And then maybe we'll get on to the Mask the Second. There's a picture forming. Things are coming together. Which is good. So yeah, be sure to be here next Monday if you want to see that. And be sure to leave likes and comments if you so wish. Going to be playing Ace Attorney on Monday. I think actually my schedule's going to be pretty samey for a while, because I think on Monday I'm going to be playing Ace Attorney Investigations Collection. I think on Tuesday I'm going to be playing Fields of Mysteria for a bit. So that just had an update today, actually. There's an update today. I did check to make sure it was updated. So I have had it updated. We're gonna start a new file on that. So if you want to hang around for that, be sure to subscribe or follow depending on what platform you're on. Because I'm both, I dual cast to YouTube and Twitch. So if you saw this on like YouTube and you like Twitch better, you can go there or vice versa. Thursday, I'm playing Pokemon Coliseum, but I'm not playing it normally. I'm playing how when I first played it. I didn't know how to catch Pokemon. Because if I remember correctly, there's a lady who just tells you there's no tutorial. Which is why I'm very adamant that there's a catch tutorial. I've played a Pokemon game without knowing how to catch Pokemon. It sucked. Well, at least it should have. Pokemon Coliseum is still my favorite game. On all accounts, I should have hated playing that, but I loved it. So we're doing that again. And yes, that means I only get Umbreon, Espeon, and the Plusle you get given after the first, I think, boss fight, we shall say. So yeah. Up until at least till after, I can stop doing that after we get through Mount Battle. And if you're like, isn't that the Entei and Matang fight? How did you get through the Entei and Matang fight with an Umbreon, Espeon, and a Plusle? By the skin of our teeth. That's how. Literally, if we didn't have Plusle, I'm not sure how we would have gotten through that fight. Because it's programmed to go after, like, the weakest Pokemon, we literally switched in Plusle for one last attack. We brought the Plusle with us just to be a meat shield once, so Umbreon could do the final attack. And I remember that clearly. I don't know if I'll ever forget that moment, but yeah, it's nuts. So I'm gonna do it over again. I don't know, I don't want to, and except this time, I might actually try catching the Pokemon. The shadow Pokemon. I will try, because I actually know how to catch Pokemon. I wasn't just the little kid skipping through the frickin' dialogue and then regretting my life choices. So that will be this Thursday. I'm probably gonna, I don't know if I'll have fun or not, but it's definitely gonna be slower for a bit. But we'll see. I'm kind of looking forward to it, but I'm kind of also not. Yeah, and then the last day of the week, last stream of the week will be, once again, Final Fantasy XIV. The MOG home event's still going on, so we might be doing that. And we'll probably do a little bit of the main scenario. Maybe not. I have been thinking about just doing that on the side. I think most people would probably like it better if I just got up to date on the main scenario. I'm not new going through it, so I've been contemplating that. I know I wanted to go through Stormblood off screen, because I know that's not everyone's favorite. I do actually like Stormblood. If I ever have to rank the patches, actually, I know it's definitely, I like Endwalker the best. Then it's probably Shadowbringers. Then probably Stormblood? Or no. Like, Stormblood and Dawntrail and Realm Reborn are kind of like all at the same time, and I still like Heavensward the least. I don't think it's bad, it's just personal taste, to be clear. I don't like Heavensward. I'm totally biased about that. Anyway. There's like, it's nothing bad, it's just like not my personal taste, which I guess isn't so surprising, that being in a place that's mostly like rock and snow, and you see my background here is like trees and vibrant. I'm like, I don't like the areas. A lot of the NPCs annoy the heck out of me. I do like Amric. There's the whole thing with the vault. Didn't like that. Well, post the vault, to be specifically, when you're running the first time, so yeah. Though there's the one cutscene with Hooray, Svalgar, and Nidhogg. That was pretty cool. But then you have to deal with the Crystal Brave some more at the end. Oh gosh, Ilberd. Ilberd? Ilberd? Oh, what is his name? Mr. Yeah. Oh, right. Sloppy. And Mr. Fun Amigo! And all that. Gosh, that man's annoying. I don't like him. All those jerks and the turncoats and the Crystal Braves. Man, I don't like them. I was annoyed apparently a lot through this expansion. I remember being annoyed about the Warriors of Darkness too, because 4 years later is when Shadowbringers came out. I didn't know why these people were important. I didn't know until 4 years later. Now most people get told, oh yeah, the Warrior of Darkness thing is important in Shadowbringers. And they're like, oh, okay. You couldn't do that during when I was playing it. I was just annoyed. I'm like, why do we have to deal with these people? Who are these people? Why were we here? Were we supposed to be dealing with the dragons? And then just like suddenly there's just this group. Anyway, I will stop my venting. I was just it was a time. Again, if you still ask me, it's like, do you think Heaven's Ward's bad? I'm like, no. Why would you say that? It's like, you just ranted how you dislike it. I'm like, that's a me problem, not a Heaven's Ward problem. The game is fine. Anyway, that is it for Ace Attorney. We'll have more Mondays, so be sure to check that out if you so wish. I very much appreciate you painted little BCs, spending time of your day, whether watching the VODs or watching it my streams live. Very much appreciate the time you take to watch them and the support. Very much appreciated. All the love. All the gratitude to y'all. And anyone else who comes by, I appreciate it. But for now, it is time for farewells with fun bye-byes. And I hope to catch you in another stream.